Veterans Day has its roots in the ceasefire of World War I. It was in 1918. They decided to have an armistice, a ceasefire officially, and that was on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. The war wouldn't officially end until the next year at the Treaty of Versailles. And then later, in 1919, Woodrow Wilson officially proclaimed it a national commemoration. So in 1938, Congress passed an act, and FDR, Franklin Roosevelt, signed it at the time, declaring it official as a legal holiday. It wasn't until 1954, after World War II had occurred, the Korean War had taken place at that time, that it was decided by Congress and passed by, signed into law by Eisenhower to honor all veterans and to acknowledge the sacrifices of everybody who'd contributed to the service. So in 1968, it was decided to be declared a 3-day holiday, and it would be set on the 4th Monday of the month of October. This caused a lot of confusion. It wasn't passed into law until 1971, and so from 71 until 75, we had a disparity between the federally officially recognized 3-day holiday and then the traditions that had been going on for decades. Different states, local municipalities had all set November 11th as their Veterans Day. Finally, in 1975, Congress passed another act, and Gerald Ford signed it to make it officially November 11th, and that tradition has held forth on the day in which we honor veterans. I think the most important thing is that it's personal and that it's intentional. I think it can be something as simple as taking some time to reflect, just acknowledging it, just taking a moment to pause on the sacrifices of so many. I think talking to a veteran, just asking them about their experiences is going to be a meaningful way to honor that. Talking to someone in your family, talking to someone you know, maybe you haven't talked to about it before. But I think to make it personal and intentional is probably the key thing. I think sending a care package, acknowledging folks who are still serving overseas, who are deployed right now, whether it's a family member or not. I found there's a lot of people who are willing to do this, and I think it just takes someone to initiate the momentum. So you'd be surprised if you could start that momentum and just say, hey, I'm going to have a care package sending party, get a bunch of stuff together from people and send it on over. A lot of people are willing to contribute. I work in a career, in an occupation where I serve veterans. So what I do specifically in that day is I think about most immediately my family, the service members of my family, my dad, my grandfather, my great-grandfather. And I think the essence of Veterans Day is service. So even if you don't know a veteran or talk to a veteran, just serving others. I mean, that's really what the point is. Basically practice gratitude and just have some moments of silence and humility and just feel connected to a lot of people who've given of themselves, given of their time to help the rest of us